Shoulder feels good. I feel like we're right on schedule with the progression we kind of set out, after the surgery. But with that, even though it feels good, I think the games that matter are in April, so if I miss a couple games, which I probably will early in spring, I'd rather miss those games and miss games starting at the end of March, early April. So I think we're on the right track, and everything's working out the right way it's supposed to be, and I'm looking forward to getting everything rolling.
Eric, to your right, Aaron.
Aaron, in terms of hitting, are you able to go through full BP in the cage, things like that, or are you limited in that area right now too?
Yeah, just where I'm at in the progression right now is I'm just starting BP right now. I've been doing a lot of cage work, tee and toss, working into BP, and just starting BP actually today. And so here in the next couple of days, I think once position players get here, I'll be full BP outside everything and good to go. So,
Mike, front row again.
Aaron, what was it like to get the call from Cash? He said he wanted you okay about the possibility of Stanton, and what are your impressions kind of hanging out with him so far?
Yeah, when Cash called me, I was kind of like, yes, get him, because he kind of asked, like, hey, we got Stanton on the table. What do you think about that? And I was like, to get a MVP caliber player on our team, let's do it. What can we do? So, but he was kind of just asking me about, how would it feel about getting more DH days, or maybe possibilities of, getting some reps in left field. And I said, whatever the team needs me to do, that's what I'm in for. We're in here to win it. And, we already have a great team, but adding Stan and a couple other pieces, we're going to be great. And, I was looking forward to it. So whatever we could do. And, being around Stan so far, man, he's ready for New York. He's ready to be here. He's going to fit right into this team. We already have a good core group of young guys, and he's going to fit right into it. I can already tell, just by his demeanor, and he's here to win. That's all I've really heard him kind of talking about. He's here to win, and it's going to be a fun thing we got here.
Brian, stay in the same spot.
Aaron, you were asked a lot last year about the shoulder. How much did it bother you last year, and what told you that it was the right time to have surgery?
I felt it, midway through the season last year, but it came down to, can you play? And I could play. Everyone's, July, August, everyone's going through something. No one's 100%. You could ask everybody in that clubhouse. They were kind of banged up, so if I was able to play, I was going to go out there and be ready for my team. So, yeah, it was...
We'll go in the middle. Ryan.
Surgery? Why didn't you decide?
I felt it'd be best to do it in the off season, just because where we're at in the season, we were fighting, we were there, around first place in our division, fighting for that playoff spot. I wanted to be out there for the team. So I felt like I said, I was able to play. I'm gonna go out and play. It's something we can handle in the off season, and I felt like the off season, we got a couple of months to kind of, either rehab some stuff or do surgery. Was the best timing for me and the team.
Ryan, right in the middle, Aaron.
Aaron, how would you best describe the rocket ship ride you were on last year that saw you quickly become the face of baseball? And in turn, is there now more pressure, perhaps a different feeling on you coming into this spring because of all of that?
Yeah, the feeling's going to be the same. It was an incredible year last year. What a team we had. What a, one game away from the World Series. That was quite a run, but our ultimate goals, not only to make it to the World Series, but win it, and it was a roller coaster, but I enjoyed it all. So,
who do we have? To your right, Dave.
Aaron, now that you've kind of said that you were starting to feel it during midseason, can you attribute what you went through, pretty much primarily with the shoulder, was causing you the trouble at the plate?
I don't like making excuses, so I never want to blame a shoulder or a knee or anything any injury on. I don't like making excuses, so I don't really, because like I said, I could go out there and play, so if I'm willing and able, my body's able to play, it's all on me. It's not on a shoulder. It's not on a nagging injury. It's on me. So I wouldn't really say the shoulder had a lot to do with it. So.
In that same sense, then, Aaron, you must feel better than healthy, that you would be feeling more confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're fully healthy and going through that, maybe that would affect your confidence a little more. But now that you're feeling healthy going into the season, I would think you not immune to a slump like that, maybe better suited to avoid it?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. If you're healthy, like just with any player, if they're healthy and 100%, you're going to get the best out of them. So for me, going into the season, getting the surgery done and feeling 100% now, and we're working towards feeling 100%. I'm excited. Just ready to. In that first half, felt 100%. A couple nicks here and there, but I felt great, and just want to try to go out there and repeat that.
Right in the front, Sweeney, and then George.
Aaron, as you talk hitting, there are not very many people that can relate to your mechanics because of your size. Stanton is obviously one of them. What kind of conversations have you guys had about hitting, and how has that helped enlighten you based off of what you did last year and just being able to compare swings?
Yeah, that's actually funny. Stan brought that up when we were in New York. He said, "Hey, I'm excited to get in the cages with you." We haven't had a chance really to talk about hitting yet. That was like one of the first things he says. Hey, man, when we get down to Tampa, man, let's spend some time in the cage and just pick each other's brain. Because he's had quite a bit of success in the league, and me just my first year being up there, I got a lot to learn from him, as well as he'll learn maybe a couple of things from me. So I'm excited just to pick his brain a little bit about mechanics, his approach. He's seen a lot of guys in the league, but him coming to the AL East now, it's a little bit different. So he'll have a chance to pick my brain about certain pitchers. I'll get a chance to pick his brain about certain pitchers. So it's gonna be nice to have another big guy in the clubhouse like that.
You haven't gotten into much of that discussion yet?
Not yet. We were kind of saving it until we got down to spring.
George.
Aaron, have you played left field at any level of baseball?
Yeah. In college, I played center field and left. It wasn't until I got to pro ball that I started playing right field. So, I'm familiar with it all. I'm primarily a center fielder, but I'll stay in right or left. It doesn't matter.
Stay right there, Marley.
Aaron, in your discussions with your surgeons and during your rehab, is there anything that you need to adjust? We saw you really, hitting the wall hard. Is there something preventative you can do with your shoulder?
Playing wise, not really. I still, I never want to play timid or scared of anything, especially when, my pitcher or my teammates are out there going 100%. I want to make sure I'm full 100%. So that's running into walls, running into the stands, I'm still going to do that. But yeah, there's nothing really you can do. It's freak stuff like that, run into the wall. I don't want to run into the wall, but if I got to make a play for my team, I'm going to run through a wall for them. So it's nothing you can really try to prevent or try to protect, to be honest. So,
over to your right, Otis.
Aaron, welcome back. What's your early impressions of Aaron Boone so far, and how do you envision that relationship being? You went straight from the field to the broadcast booth. Now you're first-time manager. What do you envision that relationship being between you and him?
It's going to be a great one. The biggest thing I picked up so far from was what he said early was about the mentality of expecting to be great. Him already coming in and having that mentality and preaching that mentality to our young team that's the first thing I picked up on. That's great. We're here, and we're the New York Yankees. We're here we're expected to be great. We're expecting to win every game, and for him to already come in with that mentality and to kind of push us already, I can't wait. I can't wait to get out in there to field with him and, kind of go to battle with him. So, my early impressions of him is he's ready for the long haul. He's ready for this, and especially coming to New York, it's going to be a challenge for him. But like I actually told him this today, is like, we're in it together. We're all in this together. We got a good young core group of guys, and, he's coming in with a new staff and everybody, and it's going to be a challenge. There's going to be some ups and downs. We may not come into April starting off slow, or we may come in starting off hot, but I told him, hey, we're in this together, so let's get it.
In the middle, Billy.
Aaron, do you recall last year, how you hurt the shoulder, how you got injured?
It's tough to really say. I kind of felt it around that All-Star break, but it's tough to really pinpoint when, because I was crashing the walls, I was taking a lot of swings. It was quite a couple of different things, but it's tough to kind of pinpoint exactly when.
And once around September 1st hit, you started to get back into the form you had the early part of the season and carry that through most of the rest of the season. Did you have any treatment in late August, injection or anything that maybe facilitated allowed you to play better?
Yeah, just a lot of treatment working with Steve and the trainers, just loosening up that shoulder. And the biggest thing for me was just learn how to play with it. The first half, feeling healthy, and then, if second half getting a little injured, you got to learn how to deal with those things. That was my first time, really dealing and kind of pushing through an injury like that in the shoulder. So for me, it was the biggest thing was just a couple weeks of trying to adjust and learn how to, if I'm not 100%, if I'm at 80%, learn to play with that 80%, learn new mechanics and kind of changing some things up. So that was the biggest thing for me was learn how to adjust to, playing through an injury like that.
Did you have a cortisone shot?
What's that?
Did you have a cortisone shot or any other type of injection on the shoulder?
No, just mostly just treatment of, ultrasound, stem, stuff like that.
Dan, right here in the front, right. We'll take a couple more, and then we have Tanaka.
How you doing? Are you confident you'll be 100% by opening day, even though you're limited right now?
Yeah, that's the goal. Like I said, these games in February and March don't mean anything. So my main goal is to be ready for opening day, and we're on schedule for that.
And the first time we noticed you run into a wall last year, I think was in Fenway in April. I mean, was that the beginning of maybe what you had to deal with the whole year? You can remember?
The one in Fenway, no. That really didn't have much to do with the shoulder, but it was your adrenaline takes over. I really didn't feel much with that one in Fenway.
Joel, to your right again, Aaron.
Aaron, do you have a feeling about last year's performance, whether it was your floor, your average, or your ceiling?
Say that one more time.
Your performance last year, do you think that's the floor, the worst you'll ever be? Do you think that's an average season for you, or you think there's more ceiling for you to get better? And if it's that last one, how?
That's tough to answer. I feel like there's always room to improve. I try not to listen to people when they try to put a label on somebody as, that was their best season or that was their worst season. It's for me, I don't know. And that's what kind of motivates me is how good can you be? How great can someone be? And that's what motivates me to come in here early and get my work in and try to improve. There's little things with my swing I need to improve on. Base running wise, quick first step, outfield wise, same thing, quick first step so I can make some more plays in the gap. So for me, it's just always trying to improve. It was a fun year last year, a lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs and things I need to improve on. So, just trying to get better this year, trying to kind of build off last year.
Take the last one, Hart, right here in the front row.
Aaron, you sort of alluded to it before, but the expectations are going to be higher, maybe not just for you, but for the whole team with Stanton coming over. Even CeCe said it during the winter, you guys are going to be kind of the hated team now. But how do you think that'll play out in terms of your own team dealing with that kind of thing now?
For us, we'll just have to embrace it, but stick to our game. That's the thing is, now that, like you said, kind of that hatred or the evil empire kind of thing is going to be honest. But the biggest thing is just stick to our game. People are going to talk, people are going to say all those things. But if we're a good club. We've got a good group of guys here. We don't know how good we can be. And that's the biggest thing is just playing our game like we did last year. Coming into camp, the expectations were that we were going to be one of the worst teams in the AL East, but we surprised a lot of people. Now we're not going to sneak up on anybody this year, so for us, it's just about playing our game, stick to what we do well and improve off of that. So